Welcome to Your Turning Point. I'm your host. And if you're listening to this, you're probably driving to a job that slowly sucks the soul out of your body through a straw. Or you're lying in bed, staring at the ceiling, wondering where the hell the last decade went. Today isn't about hacks. It isn't about waking up at 4 a.m. to take an ice bath like some sociopathic tech CEO. Today is about a trade. I'm asking for a little bit of your time right now, just a sliver. And in exchange, I'm gonna try to give you back the next 50 years of your life. Because right now, let's be real, you're not living those years. You're just enduring them. Look at the person in the car next to you. Or look at your own reflection in that black screen before your phone unlocks. You look tired. Not that I just ran a marathon kind of tired, but that deep, marrow-level exhaustion that sleep doesn't fix. We are living in a society that has monetized our anxiety and sold it back to us as hustle culture. We're told that if we just grind a little harder, buy that planner, drink that green sludge, and optimize our sleep cycles, we'll finally be happy. But that's complete bullshit. We are running on a treadmill that's set to an incline of 45 degrees, chasing a carrot that's actually just a painted stick. We're trading our prime years for a retirement that may never happen, banking on a someday that is statistically unlikely to look anything like the brochure. You need to stop. Physically, mentally, just hit the brakes. Because if you don't stop to look at the map, you're gonna drive this car off a cliff at full speed. Totally efficient, totally productive, and totally dead inside. Let's talk about the script. You know the one. It was handed to you when you were about 5 years old. It says, go to school, sit still, shut up, get good grades so you can get into a good college, take on crippling debt that you'll carry like a pet rock until you're 40, get a job with health insurance, buy a house you can't afford in a neighborhood filled with people you hate, pot out 2.5 kids, and then finally, when your joints are stiff and your prostate is the size of a grapefruit, you get to go on a cruise to the Bahamas. That is the American dream right now. It's a pyramid scheme where the only person winning is the guy selling the anxiety medication. We treat our lives like a waiting room. We are constantly waiting for the next thing, waiting for the weekend, waiting for the promotion, waiting for the vacation. We treat the present moment like it's just an annoying obstacle between us and the future. But here's the kicker. The future is just a concept. It doesn't exist. When you get there, it's just now again. So if you don't know how to live in the now, you're gonna get to that golden retirement, sit on that beach, and know what you're gonna do? You're gonna check your email. You're gonna worry about the stock market. Because you spent 50 years training your brain to be anywhere but here. You've practiced being miserable your whole life. You think you're suddenly going to become a Zen master just because you clocked out for the last time? Not a chance. The scariest part isn't the misery though. It's the comfort. That's the real trap. Misery will make you move. Misery is sharp. Comfort is a slow suffocation. It's the lukewarm bathwater that feels just good enough not to get out of, even though the water is getting dirty. You have a job that pays okay. You have a relationship that is fine. You have a routine that is manageable. And that fine is the enemy of your life. It's the anesthesia that keeps you under while they amputate your dreams. We fill the void of this mediocrity with stuff. Amazon boxes showing up at the door like little dopamine hits. Oh look, I bought a new air fryer. Who gives a shit? You're not cooking, you're reheating sadness. We buy things to impress people we don't like, with money we don't have, to fill a hole that can't be filled by consumerism. It's a cycle of numbing. Netflix, scroll, buy, eat, sleep, repeat. It's not living, it's maintenance. You are maintaining a biological machine that generates tax revenue, and the system loves you for it. The system loves a tired, indebted, slightly overweight, passive consumer. A happy person doesn't need to buy much. A happy person is bad for the economy. So if you feel like the world is trying to keep you down, it's not a conspiracy theory, it's just a business model. So why do we stay? Sunk cost fallacy. That's the economic term for, I've already eaten half this turd sandwich, I might as well finish it because I paid for it. You spent 10 years in a career you hate, so you feel like you can't leave, because then those 10 years were a waste. Let me tell you something. Spending the next 30 years being miserable because of the last 10 is the definition of insanity. That's not honoring your past, that's murdering your future. We are terrified of the unknown. The devil you know is better than the devil you don't, right? Wrong. The devil you know is eating your face. The devil you don't know may just be a fluffy bunny with a basket of freedom. But we are hardwired for survival, not happiness. Your lizard brain wants you safe in the cave. It doesn't care if you're depressed in the cave, as long as a saber-toothed tiger doesn't eat you. But there are no tigers anymore, just passive-aggressive emails from your boss named Gary. Your biology is fighting against your fulfillment. You have to override the programming. You have to look at that safe, predictable path and realize it is actually the most dangerous path of all, because it guarantees regret. Risk is scary, but regret is lethal. Regret is the heavy ghost that sits on your chest on your deathbed. To get those 50 years back, you have to reclaim your attention. Right now, your attention is being gangbanged by 1,000 algorithms. Every app on your phone is engineered by the smartest behavioral psychologists in the world to keep you addicted. They are mining your attention like it's lithium. You unlock your phone to check the weather, and 20 minutes later you're watching a video of a guy building a swimming pool in the jungle with a stick. You've lost the narrative of your own day. When you don't control your attention, you don't control your life. Time is not money, time is attention. If you are physically at dinner with your family but your mind is on a work problem or a Twitter argument, you are there. You're ghosting your own life. And this fragmentation of our focus makes us feel like time is speeding up. You know that feeling? How is it already December? It's because you weren't present from March through November. You were on autopilot. You were scrolling. Days blended into a gray sludge of digital noise. To slow down time, you have to actually be in it. You have to do the hard thing of being bored. Remember boredom? That beautiful space where creativity happens. We killed it. We murdered boredom with infinite content. And in doing so, we killed our ability to think clearly about who we actually are. Now comes the hard pivot. This is the part where I tell you to be selfish. And I mean really selfish. We are raised to be people pleasers, especially if you're a good guy or a nice girl. You don't want to let anyone down. You don't want your parents to worry. You don't want your friends to think you're weird. So you set yourself on fire to keep everyone else warm. Stop it. If you want your life back, you are going to have to disappoint people. You might have to quit a job your dad is proud of. You might have to break up with the partner who is perfect on paper, but makes you feel like living in a black and white movie. You have to learn the power of the word no. No is a complete sentence. It's a magic spell that creates time. No, I won't go to that baby shower. No, I won't take on that extra project. No, I won't buy that car. Every time you say no to something that doesn't align with your gut, you are saying yes to your own freedom. It feels aggressive at first, it feels rude, but it's necessary surgery. You are cutting out the necrotic tissue of obligation so that healthy tissue can grow. Let's talk about money, but not in the buy a Lambo way, in the freedom units way. The only reason to have money is to buy back your time. If you get a raise and you immediately use it to buy a more expensive car, you didn't get richer, you just upgraded your handcuffs, you tightened the chains. Real wealth is waking up in the morning and saying, I can do whatever the fuck I want today. The trap is lifestyle creep. You make more, you spend more, you stay stuck. To get your 50 years back, you have to live below your means. It's not sexy, it's not Instagrammable. Nobody posts a picture of their used Honda Civic and a packed lunch with the caption, crushing it. But that guy in the Honda is closer to freedom than the guy in the leased BMW who is one paycheck away from a panic attack. You have to stop caring about the optical illusion of success. Who are you trying to impress? The neighbors, they don't care about you. They're too busy worrying about what you think of them. It's a circle jerk of insecurity. Step out of it. Be the weirdo who saves 50% of their income. Be the guy who wears the same jeans for 3 years, because while they are drowning in payments, you are building a raft off the island. This journey is going to be lonely. I need you to be ready for that. When you start changing, when you start unplugging from the matrix, the people around you will get uncomfortable. Your change holds up a mirror to their stagnation. If you start getting fat, your fat friends will say you're obsessed. If you start saving money, your broke friends will call you cheap. If you quit the corporate rat race to start a wood shop or write a book, they'll say you're irresponsible. They aren't trying to hurt you. They are trying to protect their own worldview. If you succeed, it proves that they could have done it too, but didn't. That's painful for them. So they will try to drag you back down into the bucket. It's crab mentality. You have to be strong enough to walk alone for a while. You have to find a new tribe. You have to listen to voices that empower you, not the echoes of your old life. You are shedding a skin. It leaves you raw and exposed, but the fresh skin underneath is tougher. It's real. It's yours. Don't let the ghosts of your past dictate the architecture of your future. So what does it look like when you actually get the 50 years back? It doesn't mean you don't work. It doesn't mean you sit on a cloud playing harp. It means you work on things that matter to you. It means the stress you feel is you stress, good stress, the stress of growth, not the stress of decay. It means you wake up without an alarm clock because you're actually excited to start the day. Imagine reaching age 80. You're sitting on a porch. You look back. Option A, you stayed safe. You made the managers happy. You bought the stuff. You watched all the shows. You never rocked the boat. And you have a vague, gnawing sense that you missed the point. Option B, you took the risk. You looked like a fool sometimes. You failed. You got bruised. You were weird. But you remember everything. You remember the texture of your life because you were actually driving the car, not sleeping in the backseat. That is what we are fighting for. We are fighting for a life that is memorable. A life that has texture and grit and color. A life that belongs to you, not the bank, not your boss, and not the expectations of a society that has lost its mind. We're at the end of the line here, folks. I asked for a little bit of your time, and you gave it to me. Now here's the deal. You turn this off, and you have a choice. You can go back to sleep, you can numb out, you can let the current pull you back into the sewer, or you can take a breath, look around, and realize that the cage door has been open the whole time. You just have to walk out. It's gonna be cold out there. It's gonna be scary, but the air is fresh. You don't have to change everything tonight. Just change one thing. Say no to one thing. Put the phone down for 1 hour. Look your partner in the eye. Reclaiming your life is a game of inches before it's a game of miles, but you have to start moving. Don't wait for the heart attack. Don't wait for the midlife crisis. Don't wait for the permission slip. It's not coming. You are the author, the protagonist, and the director of this movie. If the script sucks, rewrite it. Tear the pages out. Burn them. Write something new, something true, something that makes you feel alive. Because you're gonna be dead for a long time, my friend. You might as well live while you're here. This has been your turning point. I'm done talking. Now it's your turn to start living. Don't just subscribe. Do something. I'll see you on the other side.